Good evening, dear viewers. We decided that you and we need to communicate more and discuss what problems concern you and the society around you. Therefore, we are starting our new cycle of programs, An Indifferent Look. I will lead it. If you want, then just call me Socrates. So here I go. Good evening everyone. Today I would like to discuss the crisis that gripped the whole world a year and a half ago and holds the entire population of the planet in its monstrous paws. And this crisis did not come to us from outer space, we created it ourselves. Yes. It was you yourself who contributed to the fact that the authorities dictate to society and to each person what to do, where to go, and where not to go. It was you who, with your indifference, allowed the authorities to decide your fate for you. Have you been so scared by the epidemic that you now agree to any restriction on your freedoms? Write your opinions on this topic in the comments. Okay. Suppose I agree with the majority and say that stagnation in real wages and falling incomes all over the world are a consequence of a terrible disease. Suppose I agree with the majority and say that the fall in the standard of living for the middle and lower classes is also a consequence of this damned disease. But then you will also agree that nothing in this world of global capitalism happens without a reason. Nothing. Let's say I agree with the majority and say that you all benefited from isolation during the pandemic. But surely you didn't win, did you? Is not it? By the way, it was a joke that I agree with the majority. And now I definitely disagree with most people. And I'll explain why. To begin with, most people are just always silent. And any actions of the authorities, even to limit their personal freedoms, are perceived indifferently. Therefore, I always disagree with the majority. Most people on the planet firmly believe that capitalism is the system that will give them happiness and prosperity. No matter how it is. Most people naively believe the authorities and the rich, who rob them every day, when the authorities and the rich seem to care about the health of the population. What naivety! The robbers never care about the health of the robbed. Never. Good morning. Today I'm determined to listen to you now. So, I'm listening to you carefully. And where are the voices of the defenders of capitalism? I'm listening to. And now I will tell you how people now live in Germany, the richest country in Europe. According to the German research center Credit Reform, currently, 32% or about 13.5 million households still suffer from the loss of net household income. The reasons why 40% of those surveyed are because they still work for a short time, 11% said they lost their jobs. This is at least 5 percentage points less than in October 2020. At the moment, this dangerous situation seems to become critical as heating costs, as well as fuel and food prices, continue to rise. Rents in metropolitan areas are now so high that many low-income people spend only half of it on their homes. For those who are happy at the end of each month when the bill is still covered, spending even €20 higher can lead to a negative bill in the long run. I say and tell everything, and you keep silent. Boring, however. Well, I'll get bored here a little more and go to make the next interesting video. I have always admired this man, Ernesto Che Guevara. This is a real hero, the likes of which do not exist now. This man has devoted his entire life to fighting capitalism. It is capitalism that is the root of all of the problems of mankind. And now I am discussing with my interlocutors both on the left and on the right. Let them be more active. Today, the Austrian leader also released threats to unvaccinated people. The people, as always, are silent. Where is your voice, guys? If you do not defend your rights every day, then soon you will be in a concentration camp. And now let's start studying the main book of 3 centuries, Capital. Take, for example, this phrase of his about capital, provide 10%, and capital agrees to any use. At 20% it becomes lively, at 50% it is positively ready to break its head, at 100% it violates all human laws, at 300% there is no crime that it would not risk, at least on pain of the gallows.